We got-
Here they come, yo. Here they come. Here they come, yo. Here they come.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I want y'all out there in Mixed Cloud world, YouTube world, give my friend Stacey a big round of applause. We're gonna have a very interesting topic today. Very, very interesting. I'm sure a lot of you guys are gonna be able to relate to what we're gonna be talking about today because it's real and at times heartbreaking.
One more round of applause. One more round of applause. Everybody out there, welcome Stacey Bain. Perfect.
Stacey Bain, I know her, people. I know her.
All right, let's get this started.
Let me pull out my questions.
While you're getting your questions ready, Stacey, why don't you tell the people what it is that you do with
My name is
Talkative?
Stacey Bain. I work with children and families to ensure that children are safe in their homes and provide services to parents that need help to care for their children.
I'm pretty sure that this line of work takes a toll on you. Have there been any instances where you had to go out to a house and you had to like stop yourself from crying or stop yourself from being enraged by what was going on or what you've seen or concluded happened?
In the beginning of my career doing this, like, it's shocking. But then after months go on, years go on, and then you get desensitized to it. Like, your job is still to ensure the children's safety, but it comes to the point where it's like, my gosh, you can't stop it. You can't put a Band-Aid on it. It's always going to happen. And you have to put your feelings to the side sometimes and be like, you know what, I need to do what I need to do to make sure this child is safe. So if that means removing a child, or that means you're putting a child in your car and you're crying, you're kicking and you're screaming for your mom, if that means, doing what you have to do, wrapping up your case, and if that means you go home and cry, you go home and cry. It takes an emotional toll on you because especially I have 2 kids and I can't imagine someone knocking on my door and like, oh, your children aren't safe here. And it will kill me to know, not to know where they are, who they're with, and having to go through this whole court process. So it's very emotionally draining, but it's something that you have to do. It's a lot, but I enjoy it. There's times where you just feel like you can't, like, this is not going to stop. This is just never ending. It's a thankless job. You're not, no one ever says, hey, I appreciate you coming out to my home. I appreciate you helping me. But at the flip side, you have some families, it's once in a blue moon, but that if it even happens once a year, you have that family that's like, that mom that came to you and was like, you know what? You knocking on my door was the best thing that ever happened to me. I appreciate it. I've gained insight from the services I've done. I feel more empowered. And if you even get that once in your career, believe it or not, it's worth it. Because a lot of times new social workers enter into this, feel like, I'm gonna save the world. Reality hits you really, really fast when you get out there that you can't. You can't, because some things are just beyond your control. And you're not gonna be able to save everyone, but as long as you could do your job and go home and be like, I did the best that I can to help this family, that's just how you carry on. As long as you know that you did what you could, That's all you can do, because you can't control people.
How many years you said you've been doing this?
I've been doing this for almost 6 years. I was working as a paralegal prior to that, making decent money, regular 9 to 5. I was home at 5:30, at home with my kids. But at the end of the day, I felt like I wasn't doing anything. I felt like I wasn't touching anybody's lives. I felt like I was just existing. So I decided to go into social work. I started going back to school to be a social worker. And again, my job sometimes starts at 7. Some days I don't go to bed till 12 o'clock at night. But I feel like I'm doing something. I feel like I have a purpose. So it's been 6 years. It's very draining, but I can honestly say I wouldn't change it for the world.
No regrets?
Sometimes, but those regrets, they come and they go.
Are you at a point where you can predict the outcome immediately as soon as you step into a place?
You try not to, and you're not supposed to, but
how often are you right when you do in your head?
85% of the time. I'm right on how things are going to go.
Wow.
Well, so tell everybody, what is the actual hotline if they see something and want to say something? How do they go about doing that, and what are some of the signs, the telltale signs to know, like if you see a kid acting funny or something that you think something may be going on in their house?
If you see a child sometimes isolated from other children, they're coming to school with bruises, they're in the neighborhood, they're wearing dirty clothes, they're begging for food from other neighbors. Those are some signs. As far as domestic violence in the home, some children don't want to be home. They're always out roaming in the neighborhood, late at night. Those are signs that there's something going on in the home. And the number, if you feel like there is abuse, abandonment, or neglect inflicted on any child, the number to call is 1-800-96-ABUSE. It's a hotline that you call. You could be anonymous. You don't have to give your name. You just let them know the location of the child, what you feel is going on, what you feel is going on. Because at the end of the day, when you call in the hotline, it's allegations. Allegations could be called on anyone, but something might be going on and you're like on the fence, call it in, because you never know. You really, really never know.
So again, that number is 1-800-96-ABUSE.
Yes, 1-800-96-ABUSE.
Another thing, is there any assistance or any programs that you guys, refer to some of these struggling parents who may be putting their kids at risk for anything? Like, do you go we know you're going through this, maybe here's a program that you can might take advantage of?
Yes, there's programs out there. There's Women in Distress that helps victims of domestic violence. Not only women, but also men, because men can be victims of domestic violence as well. There's programs that help with funding. They help with parents that might need help with rent, that parents that might need clothes for their kids, or diapers. Sometimes it's just the small little stress factors that might spiral a family out of control. And a lot of times these families aren't generally bad. It's just what you're getting is a small snippet of what's going on in their life. You might, if any of you guys have kids out there, you guys might come home one day angry and cuss, yell, and you accidentally hit your kid, accidentally do something. That doesn't make you a bad parent. That was one isolated incident that just spiraled out of control. There's services that help to prevent these stuff from going on. A lot of these times also mental health is very, very real out there. A lot of these parents, they don't know something is wrong with their child, but they just think, oh, my child is active, my child is just quiet. Your child is 4 years old and they're not speaking. a lot of times they are not aware of the resources out there. So you have mental health providers that helps out. You have providers, there's fatherhood programs for fathers that, single fathers that are struggling. They have programs for women or men in distress. They have housing programs that help pay with your first and your last rent. So you could get that. Sometimes people just need help for a moment and then they could sustain from there. So there's resources out there. Do I wish there was more resources? Absolutely. But child welfare is something that's always going to go on. As long as people are having children, there's going to be children that's abused, abandoned, or neglect. So this is not even something you could put a band-aid on. There's not enough resources. I wish there was more. I wish there were more foster parents that would, be willing to foster children, especially more African-American foster parents that's willing to go through the steps and foster these children until it's safe for them to go home. Yes, there are resources, but there should be more.
Are these problems predominantly in low-income housing and minority houses, or is it across the board? You see these things going on in any type of place?
It's across the board, but it's mostly hit by poverty-stricken areas. Child abuse have no race, no financial discrimination. It happens to everyone. It's just some could hide it better than others, but you do tend to see a lot of the more lower income families that's in the system, and that has to navigate through the system and don't have the resources, don't know their rights, don't know, what they can and cannot do. So it's across the board, but it really hits more the poverty-stricken families.
Okay, this stuff is kind of depressing. Do you have any a good story that you can share with us?
I guess the good stories is when you build a relationship with these children and even families, and they contact you through social media and they're like, hey, how are you doing? They'll call you, tell you, oh, like their case is closed, and months later they call you like, hi, I just want to tell you thank you. One of the best, like one thing I can remember, I worked with a family for 1.5 years, closed the case out, went to a school in regards to a different case. The little boy saw me in a cafeteria and he ran over to me and was like, hi, how you doing? And he missed me. And it's like, he remembered me, which really felt good. And this is a kid that, I used to stay on top of him with his grades. I told him every time he had made good grades, I got his report card, I would buy him a pair of sneakers. And I followed through what I said I was going to do. And he really built a bond with me. Everyone was like, oh, he's so disrespectful. But once I built that rapport with him, he was the sweetest kid. It was good when he saw me in the cafeteria. Most people are ashamed that DCF is involved in their life, but he came running to me, gave me a hug. He was so excited to see me. So you have those times where you build a relationship with the children. Those are the days that make you feel like, you know what, this is not too bad.
That's a good story right there.
As far as the parents, are the parents evaluated like for depression or mental disorders or anything of that nature? Like, what's the first step in the evaluation when you get to a scene where you see something going on and you get to the house?
Well, the first thing is to evaluate their mental state, because they might not think that what they're doing is wrong. So we feel like there's an issue with their mental state. We do immediately put them in contact with providers that's going to come out, that's going to help them, that's going to do evaluation. Maybe they're not taking their medication, or maybe they didn't have enough money for their medication that day. We make sure that their insurance is put in place, that they're able to get that properly evaluated. They're working with providers, they're working with other support system other than the providers, like people that have went through what they went through. They're like peer support people that sits there and help them along the way. We don't leave the families just come in and disrupt their life and walk away. Sometimes there's long-term help that's available, but you have to want it.
do you see like a trickle effect like happening at your job, like with the employees that's dealing with this type of stuff? Are they being affected? Like, do they start having mental problems or depression from being in those type of environments all the time?
No, because you get used to it. So it depends. If you have a team, you have a supervisor that's there for you. Like you check in sometimes with your coworkers, like, hey, how's everything going? You know, you bounce ideas off each other. If you have a strong team support system at work, it makes it easier. And what you have to learn is you can't take this home with you. Even though it's easier said than done, once you walk into your house, you have to leave it at the door because it does take a toll on you. And if you don't leave it at the door, you will literally spiral out of control. You'll have that anxiety. You'll always be stressed out. It's like a cloud over your head. So you have to learn how to shut it off. And that's something that takes time to be able to do. So no, I don't see a lot of the time. Like, you know, sometimes it might be one of those weeks, one of those days that you just had a rough week. You take time, they encourage you to take a mental break. You let your supervisor, your team know that I don't think I can do it today. They work with you. So unfortunately, but fortunately, it becomes normal to you. As if any job, you come in, you clock in, you turn on your computer and you work. It becomes something that you just continuously do. So you get used to it, unfortunately.
Used to it or desensitized?
Desensitized. It's not, yeah, you get desensitized to it. It's just, it's here goes the case. You have to work it.
Are there cases where you guys might just be overreacting and it's actually nothing going on in the house, nothing happening?
Absolutely. Just like when people call the 1-800-96-ABUSE hotline, some people do it in good faith, some people do it out malicious intent. So then you get these allegations about all these stuff that's going on in the house. You're like, oh my gosh, these kids are going to get removed. You have it in your head that you're going to take these kids away and whatever. You get there and you're like, okay, nothing is going on. And like I said, that's why it takes, because that whole ride there in your head, you're thinking you're coming to this house and seeing these horrible things going on, and you get there and it's nothing. And unfortunately, we get a lot of cases like that.
That's sad.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask you one more thing. In an ideal system, what do you think we need to have a better social system for the kids?
Well, I believe we need to more money needs to be injected into the lower income communities. Like a lot of times families don't know what's out there. They really just don't know. We need to educate these families on what's going on. We need to be out more in the streets. We need to go to prevention than trying to fix it after the situation has happened. Sometimes a lot of these families, they need help. They need daycare. I think that we should put more money into services that could help before they get to that point where they're homeless or they're taking their anger on their children. And I feel like there should be more resources, more money need to be injected into social work and welfare. It's something that I think if we put more money in and provide them with more providers that could help them, we could, try to maintain it a little bit more. There's nothing worse to going to a family's house and telling them you're doing something wrong, but you can't help them. How are they going to fix that?
Is that something you can help locally, like with your local leaders, or is that something that needs to be like at the top of the ticket somewhere?
Everything starts from the bottom. That's something that we need to the community needs to put a push towards, you know, advocating for the most vulnerable children, the most vulnerable population, which is our children, because they don't have a voice. I feel like some people turn their backs or turn their heads when they see something going on. It's never an issue to them until it becomes an issue. Until you see that child in the news that was beaten and killed, then everyone wants to make, you know, wants to be like, where was the department? Why weren't they there to help? But where were you? It really literally takes a village to be able to do this successfully.
Yes.
Are there situations like that where it's ending in death of a child, or is it just mainly abuse?
There are situations where it's ending in death of a child. I mean, luckily, it's not. It happens. Doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. But a lot of times when it happens, it's like everyone's looking like, what did Department of Children and Families do to help them? But we could go into a person's house, and if they're hiding something from us and no one else is saying anything, we don't have the power to be like, yes, I know something is going on because I feel it. We have to do our due diligence. We have to provide the courts with factual information, not just a hunch. If, you know, family members aren't cooperating, if neighbors aren't cooperating and they're saying nothing is going on, they know there's nothing going on, but they don't want to say anything because, oh, that's my friend or whatever. And then something happens, then we're blamed. How is that possible if we tried?
A lot of times it's the family covering up for each other. Do you guys
Exactly.
deal with sex offenders as well?
Yes, we do. We have sexual abuse cases, but we kind of let law enforcement take the lead on that, and we just pretty much, you know, work with them as far as let them do their criminal investigation. We make sure the child is safe, and we just, you know, go from there.
Yeah, I've seen some cases like that, like with my wife. She has people on community control, and they will be sex offenders, and then you come to find that they in the house with kids again.
Yes,
You know, when they know they're not supposed to be anywhere near kids.
exactly. It happens, but it's like I said, we don't wake up in the morning and be like, okay, here's a list of places that I want to go today. Like we don't ask to be involved in your life. Like there's something that's directing us to your house that day. So we don't know unless someone says something.
Are there cases where you guys just can't get into a home and you just have to give up, or you find a way? Like you get there and they got pit bulls and something, and they be like, "Hey, get off my lawn." What do you guys do to circumvent that kind of activity?
We try to make several attempts. We try to engage the child at school. We do our due diligence. We try to at least make contact with the family, but they have the right to say that they don't want us in their home. Now, if we observe a child with marks and bruises, or we observe the home is, we look in the window, we see that there's like a hoarding situation going on. There's there's stuff that we could do as far as going to court to, you know, maybe have a pickup order for the child, or, you know, other ways that we could go about stuff if we really feel that this child is in danger. But at the end of the day, if the family's like, I don't want to talk to you,
Do
we just
you
gotta get creative.
yourself ever feel it like, has there been situations where you feel like you were in danger, like the parents are threatening to harm you for coming around there to try to see about the welfare of the child?
Not necessarily like I was in danger, but just felt that aggressiveness that, I mean, because somebody was coming to my house saying that, oh, you're harming your child, they're gonna get exactly what they're looking for, because you're you're kind of like, how could you come and tell someone, how dare you come and tell me that I'm harming my child or I'm a bad parent? That people take that very like to heart. So I know how I am about my kids. So yes, but then that's when you have to learn how to engage people. Like I've had cases where a person could cuss me out on the first day. By the end of the case and the investigation and in the case management, we're the best of friends, because I'm not here to hurt you. So you have to have that. Social work is not only just, you know, going in and telling people what to do. You have to be genuinely engaged with these families because that's what's going to get you in the door. You have to be sincere.
So what would you like to see happen as far as to improve things? What's the ultimate goal for you?
I would like to see, again, more money injected into these to providers, more money injected in the community, more funding, more resources available that's going to help in the beginning versus end of the help. I think there will be more money saved if we put more money in the front part of, because it takes money for a child to be in foster care. It takes money for the state to care for this child once we remove a child from their home. So why not spend the money on the front end versus spending the money on the back end? When you spend the money, spend the money on the front end, you're able to keep that child with your family. You're able to help the family better. Versus if you're spending money on the back end, this child's now removed from your home. God forbid if this child never gets to go back because the parents can't complete their case plan task. They don't have a car to go to their services. We come in and we're telling you, we're giving you a list of stuff to do, but at the same time, you still have life. You still have a job that you have to do. You still have you have the stress of now your child is not in the home. Some parents unfortunately give up and they lose custody of their children because I feel sometimes what we put on them is sometimes too much. So more money on the front end versus money on the back end to care for these children. Let's care for them while they're in their parents' home versus care for them when they're with strangers.
Do you think the system itself plays a role, like to keep it this way and not try to fix some of these problems?
I think not necessarily the system, because if I think the system was the issue, I'm part of that issue. I think more it's the people. If we was to expose everything that was going on, no one likes to see their dirty laundry aired out. So if, United States is one of these people that one of these countries that say they invest in their people, they want the well for their people. We're so great, but we can't even keep our children safe. We can't provide families with resources that they need. I think it should be more exposed versus more than swept under the rug. So, because no one likes, like, you see someone hurting, some people want to turn their head and not help. And no one wants to take accountability for, okay, I could help. If everybody was to be like, how could I help? And how could I play a part? Some people turn their head because sometimes it's just too real for them. The situation is just too much. So I think it's just people as a whole needs to be able to more step up and be like, I want to help with this situation. Just like when, they feel like this Black Lives Matter, when a African-American person is done wrong, bring that same energy to help with our children as well. It's like, we can't just see something on the news and we're looking like, oh, who was there to help? But there were signs before this happened. Don't wait till it happened before you do something.
That's good.
I guess we're not gonna hold you too long, unless you have some more information you'd like to divulge to us. But play along with me. We were having some streaming difficulties, so tell us your name again and what it is that you do. So make sure everybody know who we're talking to.
My name is Stacey Bain. I work with children and families to ensure that children are safe in their homes and provide services to parents that need help to care for their children.
Thank you.
And the hotline again is?
The hotline is 1-800-96-ABUSE. If you suspect a child is being abused and abandoned or neglect, you can remain anonymous and call 1-800-96-ABUSE.
What about for help resources? If they don't want to just call for that the abuse is happening, but they actually want to call for an intervention or a call to get some help before they get to that stage.
There's always resources in every county. I know in Broward County, you have 211. You could call and get connected to resources in your neighborhood. I believe in Miami, it's 311, but I know for sure in Broward, it's 211.
311 in Dade County.
Yes.
Well, Stacey, I want to thank you very much for your time. We had you for 48 minutes, and you've been very informative to us. A lot of stuff, and I'm sure anybody who's watching has been enlightened today as well. So again, I thank you. I hope we didn't keep you up too late. And you have a good night, and thanks again.
Thank you for coming on the Here Goes Nothing podcast.
Right.
No problem. Guys, be safe.
Thank you.
Salud. Well, that was interesting. Once again, it's the Here Goes Nothing podcast on your Friday night. Streaming live, giving you all the tea, trying to give you all that informative information, trying to build up our communities, trying to give you something positive. That's what we here to do. You know, Rondu, you here for the positivity?
Sure am. I'm here for all of that. The good and the bad.
We here for the good and the bad, but mostly the good. We try to bring you guys to the light, shine the light in those dark corners. You know, like I say, if you know anybody that does anything good, anything positive that you would like to see on, that you would like to spread and share their knowledge and information in our community, please reach out to us. You can add us, as you can see. IG links here at the bottom, at Rondu the Bronx American, at Bricklayaz Music. You can email us at bricklayazmusic@gmail.com. The number to call, 786-531-9375. If you would like to go live, if you have a story you would like to share regarding to this topic, if you know of anybody that was abused that may need an intervention, this is not the helpline, but you might get help. You can call us and talk to us, you know, express yourself. Once again, y'all.
Well, here goes nothing.
All right then, I like this. Big tune.
Every morning on the train number 6, I'm trying to calculate how she can put me in her mix. Every day I think about us being tighter than a fist. The first time I saw her must have been like 2 months. A new face to grace the place I chose once to walk by and say hi, but I didn't. Cause when our eyes met, I turned pussy like a kitten. I kept walking, but my mind kept talking, telling me how stupid I am and doing it often. I wanted to speak, but the words wouldn't come out. My legs wouldn't stop, and my nerves tried to dumb out. Now I bet she's thinking I'm conceited when I'm exactly the
y'all off with some of that original New World Crew music.
I'm contemplating going back, apologizing for my lack of speech. This is so agonizing. The one I come off as a herb. Should I use big words like nerds or keep it simple? Do the third, which is say hi and leave apologies alone. Ask her if the seat is taken. Can I join her on her throne? Word. I might just get a laugh off that and just being myself. There's no way she could pass on that. So I man up and cock back like a Glock. Turn around and the next man is standing in my spot. The apple of my eye doesn't know I exist. I see her every morning.
This song right here is called Apple of My Eye. Brought to you by yours truly, your man DJ Rondu the Bronx American. Oh, y'all ain't know he had lyrics?
A black butterfly floating in my direction. Got a link up on my.
She's laughing and smiling, he's laughing and smiling. They're holding the same pole, I'm over here silent. just observing. It's unnerving. Now I'm standing here in this corner like I'm self-serving.
Damn.
I ain't gel though, I snoozed, I lost. All real, no flaws, that's cool like frost. I can't miss what I never had.
You know we like that
but
real
now I'm here
hip-hop over
thinking,
here.
is that really the attitude to have?
Hardcore
I probably
boom-bap.
missed out on a lot in life, only going for short shots just to avoid the strife. Word. So from this day on, I changed my way of thoughts. I'm going for mines regardless, no taking shorts. Lying in my bed, just imagining all the things I passed up in life. Thoughts are rambling, time for gambling. Excitement pouring in, can't wait to wake up, already feeling born again. The apple of my eye doesn't know I exist. I see her every morning on the train number 6. I'm trying to calculate how she can put me in her midst. Every day I think about us being tighter than a fence.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
A black butterfly floating in my direction. Got a makeup on my
A new day, I'm feeling stronger than Hercules. Put up my fist and telling doubt, you will get hurt with these. My chin is up higher than a weed head. Feeling high on life when I walk, you can't believe it. Running up the stairs to the platform, out of breath. The train left me so wrong. Now I gotta chill for a few. Put on my headphones to look left, who's coming through? Our eyes met again and my stomach dropped. Did I get another chance with this girl? No time to flop. I approach and introduce, extend my hand like a truce. Compliment her on her boots, a smile is what it produced. Not trying to disrespect your man, boyfriend, or lover. She said that dude you saw yesterday, that was my brother. I was hoping you would step up front. I'm glad I waited. Better later than never, I said perfectly stated.
It ain't luck now, it's been from my heart and my stomach. It's from my soul and my gut now. I'm in your town when I touch down. From the burbs to the uptown, I get around much. I'm building from the ground up, soldiers get round up. What now, now what? You sound butt trying to sound rough. And you ain't really big dogs, just a few hounds, pups, loud for nothing. I call them mutt hounds, haters get cut down. You're out of luck now, you better go run to some town, wherever, or just lay there wet up. But even if you duck down or bust you one round, I'm coming to hunt down, the others must bow. Number one sound, run with me, I'm a humble G. Sting like a bumblebee if you're coming for the crown.
You niggas better watch your steps. You better stay quiet as kept. Make way when the guards come through to get wrecked. Now what you expect?
Picking up the threat, man, they got you some more. Picking up the threat, man, they got you some more. Picking up the threat, man, they got you some more. Picking up the threat, man, they got you some more.
Rappers take heed, our bodies will bleed. Spitting since the beginning of time with Adam and Eve. And oh yes, I'm committed to rhyme and roll up a sleeve. Atomically blowing your mind and rooting you weeds. My crew's in the lead, but we the only ones running. Y'all all say you're nice, but your whole crew is frontin'. I pass you the device, what you said, huh? Nothing. You dogs without a dick, straight bitch, say something. Is that a tail between your legs? Run into your mommies, cause you frailer than eggs. I'm coming for you rappers like a bounty's on your head. If you only hear me spitting, then somebody's probably dead. See a mic grip it, swallow, attack. These niggas are handbags for men. Whack, cut your losses short, cause we never coming under y'all. Front with your big chest sticking out like a wonder.
Yo, you niggas better watch your steps. You better stay quiet as kept. Make way when the guards come back. Now what you expect?
Picking up the threat, man, they got you some more. Picking up the threat, man, they got you some more. Picking up the threat, man, they got you some more. Picking up the threat, man, they got you some more.
Now, let me officially introduce to you the Project Studio, Volume 2. Brought to you by them niggas, New World Crew. You got my man Rondu, the lyrical Ginsu, he in the house. You got my man Chills, aka Kurt Avalanche. You got my man Tyson Smalls, aka Boston Terrier, aka King Smalls. And last but not least, you got me, Black Fire, aka the Architect, aka the Master Builder. Now for some of y'all, this is a welcoming. For others, this is your chance to sneak out the back door before the shit get too deep.
Anybody move out, blow your fucking head off. What are you looking at, buddy? Come on! Stop stalling! Come on! Don't stall me!
That's right. Don't nobody make a move. New world in this piece, and we got you surrounded.
Come on!
We got the whole place locked down right now. PS2 in full effect. Hey yo, Chills, where you at? Let's do this.
the tech better. You know that my clock. Hey, days in the trenches, I came to my senses. My gaze show my pain and my hunger. I came with the thunder. I came to make way for my brothers and came to make a change for my mother. I love her. I came to make a name on my own, son. Without touching the base, make a home run, hold one, touchdown, 3-point. What now? Haters get bust down. Standing in the way of my bucks get cut, clown. I'm hot like the stove or the solar. Live like I woke from a coma. And I stay popping like a cola. Playtime is over. You could be brave like a soldier. The vulture.
Big shouts to Kurt Avalanche.
OGs, don't talk ish if you don't know me. Got homies that'll let their tools spark for me. Cause I'm propane in the street. And I won't take no defeat. Ain't nothing funny better. Yeah. Show you respect better. Yeah. Show you the tech better. You know that my clock
Now you guys know for some of the projects
you
Studio 2.
haters are not popping.
Greatest hits.
You know that my guap proper. You know I'm a top shotter. And I make the block hotter. Pain on the beat. I came with the heat to rearrange the game for my peeps. Money bag hanging main street in the street and make streets. And we got that fiends on the floor. I get G's and galore. Swaggin' in a Gucci tee and velours. Not bragging, but I've been a G since before. I seen enemies and destroyed. Boy, they say they ball, yeah, they ball boo-hoo. I put my paper up in hopes of making it quadruple. Yeah, large, fruitful, yeah, big, tall. Cause we ain't small, y'all, nor frugal, nor freeze when it's showtime. Put you on your ass and I'll show mine. Must be out your mind. Trying to stop my hustle and I'm looking good the whole time. I'm making a gold mine. Every
You got
day
my
I'm
money better.
Spin. Ain't nothing funny better. Show you respect better.
Give it up.
Show you the
Give it up to my man, Kurt Avalanche.
You know that my clock
AKA the
poppin'. You haters are not poppin'. You know that my guap proper. You know I'm a top shotter. And I make the block hotter.
Yeah. Going out to all you whack niggas. New World Production. Like fire.
I feel a big tune coming, a big tune.
It's been a minute, now I'm back in this shit. So all you corny rappers start packing your shit. No time to waste, I gotta take what's mine and destroy these whack niggas getting infinite shine. How many times I gotta hear that crap? And these scrubs ain't MCs, they rap, and that's that. I stayed humble, but it's time to erupt. Now it's time to let these maggots know what's up. What up? I don't rhyme for chicks and ass, yo, you're bugging. Because I'm underground like your gay first cousin. I'm not blinging on R&B singing, but I bring heat when I speak and keep your ears ringing. Never sell my soul for a platinum. Rappers that, after that, I'm mostly whack, and that's a fact. I'm tired of this bull I'm hearing. So all your whack cats, I'll let you know your ending is nearing. Word.
Like dreadlocks. Shut the fuck up and beat. Tight like dreadlocks. Shut the fuck up and beat.
It's all homegrown tonight.
Shut the fuck up and beat.
Censor-free music.
Tight like dreadlocks.
I'll take 7 whack rappers, put them in a line. Wait, hold up, add him and her and make that 9. For me to come off whack is what I'm least expecting. Cause I'll be back again like your girl's yeast infection. Split second lyrical bisection. Your best bet, don't point that mic in my direction. Cause you'll be asking for what you can't handle. I'm new school, but I'm from the old like Tony Randall. New jacks are yelling, damn, who's that? How'd he do that? His flows and music makes me wanna bite and hop the Bozak. I seen it coming, Rondu, he knows that. You knew that already. I'm on point like dress pants with creases, and everybody's saying I'm nice, like I was Jesus. Y'all all glad Rondu came out the cut, so don't front, just give it up like prom night. But what?
Like dreadlocks. Shut the fuck up and beat. Tight like dreadlocks. Shut the fuck up and beat. Tight like dreadlocks. Shut the fuck up and beat. Tight like dreadlocks.
the Here Goes Nothing podcast live stream Friday night.
I'm always packing the verse and attacking your first. You're paranoid like white ladies think I'm snatching their
Give you
purse.
that
Catch
raw
me
hip hop
curse. Be
tonight.
grateful cause it could have been worse. Lyrically
Live
sick,
and
so I'm
direct
smacking the nurse.
from an undisclosed location in Miami.
If any of y'all want to answer this, here's the list. Sign your name like this, now you're dismissed. Without a 4/5, if any of y'all riff, get blasted with this gift from the master like Chris. I like this, spitting flames, bump blowing cats out the frame. I'm blowing cats off the planet, and who can do the same? I thought not, this the raw spot. Remember Rondu, that underground short shot. The caps will keep it real, no knives, mace or glocks. I see 4 rappers and I'm taking 4 spots. If you a baller, then I can bring it straight to your yacht. Point blank, I'm hot like what the blood clot.
Tight like dreadlocks. Shut the fuck up and beat. Tight like dreadlocks. Shut the fuck up and beat. Tight like dreadlocks. Shut the fuck up and beat. Tight like dreadlocks. Tight like dreadlocks. Locks.
Yeah. It's a little personal song.
Well, here goes nothing.
I remember.
More fire! More fire! We want more. Like, you really like it, you want more.
Stop it! Stop it! Calm down!
Once again, it's the Here Goes Nothing podcast Friday night live stream.
Yeah.
Bringing it to you live. It's the Bricklayers, live and direct. It's your man Black Fire, the
It's a
control
little
tower.
personal song.
My man Rondu, the Bronx
I remember
American.
in the 5th grade where we first met. You came late and your seat wasn't set. You introduced yourself to the whole classroom. Teacher said, hold on, he'll find a spot soon. Right to my left was an open seat, but I didn't want nobody sitting next to me. He said, Ron, raise your hand, so I did as told. He told us, sit right there, your spot he'll hold. Now I got a neighbor, I didn't want that. Didn't want anybody close enough for contact. Touch, but everything was cool and we started to speak. He taught me Spanish while the teacher would teach. We played tic-tac-toe, battleship, and hangman. Cracked on each other like thugs with gangbang. We made each other laugh every single day. Friday 3 o'clock, I couldn't wait till Monday, so I can see your face and be next to you. I liked you so much, but you didn't have a clue. Every day after school, I watched you pass me by. But it was my fault, I was too damn shy. I wrote you a love note during math class, but it never reached your hands, it got thrashed. I was terrified to put my feelings out there, and being shy just didn't get me nowhere. So listen to this song I'm rapping. If there was a shy club, I'd be the captain. Don't mistake me for being conceited. I'm far from that, want you to know that I mean it. So if I don't speak at first or look away, I hope that your feelings ain't hurt. I'm better now, so those days are passing. Try to understand, ma, that's all I'm asking. In the 9th grade, back in Stevenson High, going through puberty but still a little shy. I walk with my pop sometimes in the street, and back then if I saw a girl I'd speak, and dad would point him out and say that girl likes you, but I brushed it off, I didn't take him for true, cause why would they like me? That's what I said to myself, so attracting a girl was unlikely. And those were my thoughts exactly. Didn't want a girl looking at me cause I had acne, so that would distract me. So I guess I couldn't tell when a girl was trying to get at me. Such is life, que sera, sera. But my escape was music, no need for seminars. Lock myself in my room, made beats and spit bars, so I didn't have to be emotionally scarred. So listen to this song I'm rapping. If there was a shy club, I'd be the captain. Don't mistake me for being conceited. I'm far from that, want you to know that I mean it. So if I don't speak at first or look away, I hope that your feelings ain't hurt. I'm better now, so those days are passing. Try to understand, ma, that's all I'm asking. I play the drums, so everywhere I carried my sticks, and that's when I realized that drummers get chicks. Everywhere I went, chicks were hunting me down. Wasn't for my looks or the way I made sounds. It really didn't matter, I was loving the vibes. Girls telling me I'm cute and asking how could I be shy. They thought it was an act until they got to know me. Then they realized that the God was a phony. My confidence grew, not from books I'm reading. Girls throwing numbers like I'm wide receiving. I can't have them all, but I try my best, cause ain't nothing like a little positive stress. So listen to this song I'm rapping. If there was a shy club, I'd be the captain. Don't mistake me for being conceited. I'm far from that, want you to know that I mean it.
Hello, you're live.
So if I don't speak at first,
Yeah, you know, I was hoping it wasn't going to come to this, but I can see I'm going to have to get my own song.
Record your own theme music.
Yes, I'm gonna have to
Get your own
I'm gonna have to
theme
get
music.
my own. I'm gonna have to get my own song.
Go ahead, do it.
You may as
Do
well
it,
go, you
man.
can go ahead and spit live if you want to.
Rondu is what's in my hand.
Do it, man.
Why don't you give us a quick sample, man? Spit some bars.
Well, look, if I'm gonna spit, I can't do it right now. I'm at the gym.
Oh, all right. Okay.
But next time I come on there, I'm having my crew with me. I'm coming ready.
Oh, all right. we'll be here patiently waiting for you, man.
All right, y'all, look, I'm still tuned in, man. Y'all keep it going.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks. This is one of our most consistent supporter. I say that, one of our biggest supporters. Trust me, we appreciate you. If this thing blow up, man, trust me, we got you, man. We got you.
I believe you. Daddy always the one that's forgetting me.
I be working them boys, man. It be busy in here. I don't forget though.
I want the title as technical advisor.
Yeah. I got all the titles: engineer, technical advisor, IT, you name it, man. Video. We trying to work this thing.
I
man.
think we might need an extra hand. I don't know. What you think? Nah.
We ain't got the room though. We need more space. We get a bigger space because we could use somebody working the boards.
Yeah.
Just call me every now and then and do a cameo.
Hey,
that's no problem. No problem. We do that.
Organize that.
Definitely.
You know, even if you're gonna do it via. Yeah, even if you want to do it via Zoom.
You could play like Black just said. You could play live one day. Through Zoom. Yeah, definitely.
We can have a whole party through Zoom.
Yeah, we got to work that out. We're gonna work it out.
Yeah. Do maybe a hot 10 or 15 minutes. That's it. Oh, that's all I need.
Yeah, just like the last battle you won, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Sure, we definitely gonna do that. Definitely.
Either that now, or Daddy can set up a versus.
You sure you want that? you sure you want a versus?
That man ready, man. You ready, yeah, Dave? You ready, man?
Yeah, if that's what you want, hey, I won't turn it down. Trust me.
Look. Anything y'all want to do, man, if I can help y'all out, do anything, y'all just let me know.
Yeah, but that versus would be a real battle. It would be a real war. Trust me.
I tried to talk her into setting it up, but she never did. So.
Oh, homegirl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what happened with that. Hopefully, she brings it back. That'll be dope.
Yeah, I thought she had something that she could build on, but
yeah, me too. I did too. It looked very promising, man. It did.
Yeah. So we can do a mock setup there if y'all want someday. Do a 2 rounds or something like that.
I mean that'll work that'll work.
And let your listeners decide.
Yeah, that'll work for me. I love the
challenge. Danny might do some home cooking.
Nah. Nah, I ain't gonna do that to you, man. I'm fair and impartial, man. I'm being impartial. Let the people decide. I'm gonna let the people decide, man. But I could be bought though, so just keep that in mind. Right.
Well, I ain't gonna use. If I'm gonna buy, you ain't gonna use money. You already told me about some wine or something. You was making up or something.
That's that roots wine, man. That's that roots wine, all natural. It'll get you right.
I can't make it, so I may have to show it with some MD 2020.
All right.
You're really going old school. Hey, that's wine. That's for the winos, though. That and the old English. That'll get me right.
All right, y'all fellas, take it easy, man. Let y'all get back to y'all show.
All right, my
man.
brother.
Thanks for checking in. DJ Dave Jordan.
No problem.
Dave Jordan.
Later.
Give you a round of applause, man. I'm giving out applause today. I still gave the wrong one.
It really didn't matter, I was loving the vibes. Girls telling me I'm cute and asking how could I be shy. They thought it was an act until they got to know me. Then they realized that the God was a phony. My confidence grew, not from books I'm reading. Girls throwing numbers like I'm wide receiving. I can't have them all, but I try my best. Cause ain't nothing like a little positive stress. So listen to this song I'm rapping. If there was a shy club, I'd be the captain. Don't mistake me for being conceited. I'm far from that, want you to know that I mean it. So if I don't speak at first, or look away, I hope that your feelings ain't hurt. I'm better now, so those days are passing. Try to understand, ma, that's all I'm asking.
Live on your Friday night live stream. It's New World Cool Bricklayaz. Here Goes Nothing podcast.
Get out of my way, I'm catching a fever. Spit non-stop, so no catching a breather. Spit till I'm foaming, I'm catching a seizure. 85% of y'all don't know what I mean. I spit it for the people writing rhymes in the dark under a candlelight, showing true love for the art. Ready to battle, right? Waiting for a rapper to start. It's simply how we do it, son. You know the routine. Hoodie on my backpack is fitted. I spit it how I live it, causing lyrics to be vivid. Normally you get it not in hours but in minutes. Now do you really want it? You best to come clean. The mic is tweezers, I'm extracting you splinters. I turn your illest man to a sprinter. Y'all can't really handle this winter. 10 years and y'all still beginners. Now get off the scene. This is how it should be done.
Damn it, till the night.
Rhyming is a drug and I'm fiending constantly. Lyrics are Gemini's like US hypocrisy. Plans to stop me? Nope, not even possibly. So you might as well move that thought to the back. Rappers wanna act like my style's inaccurate. You end up on the floor, it's my styles I smack you with. It really ain't that raw, here's a slap to practice with. I'm massive kid. No need to double up, cause my voice is prominent. Put me on your track, this alpha male is dominant. No problem with it, put my heart and all in it. I'm solving it. You'll end up on your back like a dog doing tricks. Legs up in the air like you waiting for some dicks. Getting a fix, crackhead style with saggy tits all covered with zit. Pretty much I'm saying that's your why. This is how it should be done. Tell me who's the man. This is how it should be done. Tell me who's the man. Yo, I'm nice with mines, plus I'm nice with rhymes. I won't front, I'm not nice with nines, but I'm nice with time. Aged well like I pop some wine. You want some? Better come and get it. I'm so ridiculous, mouth sick like it's dying from syphilis. But it's cool, not trying to get rid of this. Everything that I spit from this mouth holds me down like I'm impotent. So rappers do not forget it. I'm nice, y'all, with the device, y'all. You might fall, no need to warm up like I might stall. I might call in if I've been spitting since nightfall. I'm like y'all. Need to give it up and give this brother some credit. Don't even half step, it may be your last step. MC in 101, most ain't even passed yet. Or took the class yet, they're not even assets. My last 25 cents. Believe me, I'll bet it. This is how it should be done. This is how it should be done.
This one is a special dedication going out to all you whack-ass rappers out there. On behalf of the Bricklayaz, New World. Allow us. This is what we gonna do. What you wanna do? I'm I'ma take care of you. Yo, I'ma take care of you.
I take care of rappers like humans with newborns, but then I mangle them only to create new forms. Wipe my ass with rappers, they're disposable. Most of them are on the radio, you may know a few. Point them out like a lineup, make them freeze on the spot like we're playing tag and I call timeout. Living with your eyes closed, I call them fools nappers. When I'm bored sometimes I waste time on rappers. Then you gotta say fuck it. These little niggas are plankton, toss them in the chum bucket. Then I resume exactly as presumed. I must be on a plantation, all I see is coons masquerading as goons and make up buffoons with asses hanging out like them African baboons in the little room, and I be that big white pachyderm. Shut your mouths or you'll be the next that we burn.
Allow us. This is what we gon' do. I'ma take care of you. Take care of you. I'ma take care of you.
Microphone check, 1, 2, what is this? A bunch of whack niggas with no lyrical fitness. How niggas are whack and don't know it escapes me, so I gotta beat the track like a case with Casey. Lyrics are feisty, on battlefields are wasty. Life fluids of herb niggas claiming they'll ace me. I'll be hasty with some bars that'll place me. Overheads like dark clouds, stupid don't trace me. This shit is serious like my health. Conceited niggas gather around calling me God the way I'm praising myself. I'm just an old school dude with a true school feel. How I stole your food with no use of steel, with a flow so crude. Y'all should bow and kneel. I can't help but protrude, cause I sign and seal. Deliver the shit y'all niggas struggle to do. I'm only triple doubling you. This is coming to you.
Tell them.
Allow us. This is what we gonna do.
What you gonna do?
I'ma take care of you.
I'ma take care of you.
When it comes to lyrics, most of y'all don't exist. You mother goose rappers, pack your shit.
I insist.
I murder rappers with one broken jaw and a lisp, and y'all niggas couldn't break me with a psychoanalyst. So handle this, ultimately prove it to be drastic. Kids left bastards when I come and spit that acid. Hot spit, battle niggas in a mosh pit with a hot spit. Outer space Dr. Spock shit. I'm a lyrical chauvinist. I got my back up on the wall, throwing fists with 2 broken wrists. Mad at the world, cause the world don't respect skills. Since all of y'all are whack, I'ma get killed. Writing numbers in blood like Mad Max with some bad acts, chopping heads with a bad axe. I'm mad relaxed with these mad facts, cause I spit that crack that you hide in your ass crack.
Allow us. This is what we gonna do. We gonna take care of you. We gonna take care of you.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Hit us with that joint.
Yeah, right?
Right.
Right?
New world. Bricklayaz.
Tell them. Big facts. Tell them. Bricklayaz. Run. Do.
Boy,
We want more. Like,
it's the Bricklayaz on your Friday night live stream. It's the Here Goes Nothing podcast as we get ready to tune it out and be on our way. It was another fun Friday night filled with informative information and funky fresh music. Until next time, people, stay tuned, stay alive. It's the Bricklayaz. It's Here Goes Nothing Friday night podcast.
This is where man born and grow up.
Taking you out to another hit from the Project Studio 2 mixtape. Featuring the Bricklayaz and friends from the New World All-Star Crew.
To survive.
1, 2, get down!
Yeah, survival of the fittest. The laws of nature. Only the strongest survive. I don't know why most of y'all even here. I shouldn't be surviving in this. It's a war out here. Bricklayaz. Yo, it's called survival, surviving on this island, and every rapper's getting the boot. Is that surprising? Lone Ranger don't need a troop, Central Park wildin'. Y'all rappers more than minutely supersizing. Open your mouths like a baby bird and screaming out to be fed with this daily worm. And I'm taking your heads, that's my main concern. I ain't got nothing to dread like a lady's perm, I stand firm. You know I got some awesome feet. I can't burn, but that would be an awesome feat. I'm that stern, that's why y'all soon obsolete. I'm watching prisoners escape cause your bars are weak. I'm self-centered when I grab mics. I don't give a rat's ass about you or you or what you feel like. I'm coming at you like a real fight. Witnesses asking me why I do it, I said it feels right. And I ain't got an ounce of remorse. Put a lock on your jaws, calling shots like a boss. If there's a trailer fluid, then it's got to be yours, cause I'm non-permeable. Count that as a flaw.
Friday night live stream every Friday at 10 p.m.
I show and prove. I got you rappers
Even
on
with
the
all
move.
technical difficulties, we still gonna get it done.
In the new word, and all you wanna do is
one love, my family.
My bad, when I'm done, you won't. Pray to the Father and the Son that you
stay alive.
Get off your knees, nigga, run so you can. Yo,
we got one more
enough bars to imprison Canada. Y'all are 1 minute men, y'all got no. Get off your knees, nigga, run so you can. Yo, got enough bars to imprison Canada. Y'all are 1 minute men, y'all got no stamina to last one round in the ring. Go ask your manager. Your favorite colors are something like pink and lavender. Mike Scavenger, wish for a challenger. Snapping rappers in thirds, it doesn't matter to me. I'm snatching your herbs and leaving cadavers free. We're all going burns, I choose to last at ya. Throwing a dart at the guard and it's sacrilegious. Like urinating on a cross with satanic relics. Full package at your door like a box from FedEx. Leaving a scene that turns stomachs to paramedics. So give me credit, props, acknowledgement. Come out your mouth and I'm where all your dollars went. Yearly fees to breathe, you can call it rent. Simple math, I'm greater, that means I'm dominant. You think I care about the charges the court is counting? I'm civilized like a beast from the Caucasus Mountains. I got my styles from a beast who I sunk his teeth in. My shoulder blade, now I beast, no more secret keeping. Yeah, check it, I show and prove. I got you rappers on the move. With your ass out running in the nude. And all you wanna do is my bad, when I'm done you won't. Pray to the Father and the Son that you get off your knees, nigga, run so you can.
I am the original Jamaican Dantana. You understand? Jamaican road boy. I don't want to rock. Bumper clap me. Come on, come on.